What's up, y'all? Hope y'all doing well. We are activating some turbo on the Mustang, and we are just getting right to it. Racing in Redview County. Now it looks like am I in a different part of the map? Because the vibes look really different. And also I guess this is dusk. Yeah, I think this is my first time driving in like a more nighttime environment, and I do gotta say it looks really cool. And man's really had to get in the way right there, didn't he? Nah, bruh, y'all are crazy out here. This game is so chaotic. Like honestly, it's fun. It's really fun. And also, one thing I do like about this game, which is really strange to say, is that I do like the fact that it's capped at 30 FPS. Now, obviously, 60 is way better, way smoother. However, this game, I'm actually having a lot of fun with it. That kind of brings me back to a time where I wasn't so hung up on specs, and I feel like a lot of y'all can relate to that. Where I feel like when we get games, play games, even like upgrading a computer. For example, I actually am playing this on a downgraded computer right now from my main computer. Like this video is recorded, edited, and gonna be uploaded on this computer. And my experience, despite the computer probably being 5 to 6 years older than my older one, my current PC, I still have the same gameplay experience. And actually, for a lot of the games I do play, I really haven't experienced that much of a change at all. Granted, I play older games, so that makes sense. Now, if I were someone who was interested in playing esports titles, latest and greatest AAA games, it does make sense to have a higher end PC. However, I feel like a lot of us do have PCs that are way over spec for what they have. Now, the one thing I do gotta say that I do miss from my old PC, well, it's not even my old PC, my current PC using this older PC, is probably the CPU, and that's simply because of the fact that rendering times are going to be so much slower on this. So we'll see how long this video will take to render, because usually this type of video around 10 to 20 minutes. That's usually the average time on a Ryzen 7 3700X. But now I'm on an i7 4790, and it's definitely going to probably take over half an hour. And man, finished that race, almost lost it, and had to wait for that cop to, keep chasing that racer. It was so annoying because I literally was just driving so slow so I wouldn't get police pursued. And we got the Shelby movie car, and it's really crazy. If you actually ask people Need for Speed, at least around my area, they'll remember the movie. A lot of people do remember the movie. I know a lot of people watch the movie and they like the movie, and they have no idea Need for Speed is a game. Crazy, I know. But I'd say the movie was pretty good. I only watched it once though, and to be fair, it wasn't great enough for me to be like, yes, I gotta watch it again. Now, even though we're not driving the racer car, we got a Shelby GT500 undercover unit. About to get on these dudes. I don't know who they think I am. M3 GTSs, which I'm really considering buying an M3 GTS because I don't know, something about that car looks really cool. They're actually worth quite a bit, right? I think they are. I'm not too sure, but I'm pretty sure they're like worth something. Can these guys just get busted already? I know I need just side slams, however, yo, I cannot get these guys to give up. This is pretty bad on my end. I do gotta say, the Shelby is just not that nice to drive, especially compared to the B2. B2 was a nice, grippy, light car. This is more of a bruiser. However, this is the undercover edition, which I feel like this is like the worst combination for this car because of the fact that it's a muscle car, so it should have, you know, maybe I should have got the, nice. That man just juked me out hard over there. And that's exactly what I'm talking about. It's actually funny because maybe this should have been either patrol unit and the B2 would have been better as an undercover unit. So after this episode, I think I'm gonna, rather than, well, for the police playlist, rather than just alternating around schemes I don't have, I will just determine what unit each car is good for. Because there are some cars I think they are suited for certain units. Like I was saying, the Shelby is probably better as a patrol unit. And the B2 definitely would make sense for an undercover unit. Man, we got one more guy. We just gotta do a couple more hits and we're good. We need to side slam 6 more racers. I literally just don't have the power, man. And we have all drive. Who is helping us or going against us? I have no idea. That's what I'm talking about. I literally couldn't do anything with that. That was just bad luck. And I forgot Pursuit Tech. I always keep forgetting Pursuit Tech. This is not good. Finally, the hot pursuit has been completed. That was pretty bad. I'm not gonna lie, dude. That was pretty bad. Right, where are we going off to next? Just please steer, Mustang. Alright, let's go to this repair center. Oh, we got another person. I have no idea where they're at. Yeah, the all-drive system is a little confusing to me because of the fact that I have no idea where everyone's at. Alright, we got Lucas as a cop running away. Well, what's going on here? Who is this heat level 10? Oh, that is a player. That is an actual player. And they have the... what is it called? The movie card. But Mans is destroying me. What on earth am I doing? I did all those hits just for them to get a repair. Man, that must be so annoying if you're a cop and you're by a bus player and then all of a sudden the player gets repair and you're just like, man, time to do this all over. What is going on with... Is that a player? No, that's AI. What is the AI doing over here? This man is just messing about. Another M3 GTS. I think it's a sign that I should buy an M3 GTS. These dudes are flying all over the place. So weird. Alright, finally got my assignment done. Now time to just drive back with no more shenanigans. Turning off my lights. Calling it end of the day. Man, that was quite a day's work in Redview County, man. Lots of weird things happening with the AI. And that player could have wrecked me out if I was in a racer vehicle because that man got a couple of ESF hits on me. And we got the M6 Enforcer Edition, which I think makes sense for this type of car because it is a little bit of a heavier car. Excessive force. Yeah, it looks like we're gonna start using excessive force. Man, our fellow officer recovering. That's awesome news. And that's gonna be it for today, y'all. Thank you so much for watching. Probably will be finally driving some new cars on the racer side next week. I'll catch y'all later. Peace.